Okay, in this video we shall see another way for generating prompt template and prompts for our model, right? So in our previous video, how did we generate our prompt template? We used something like chat prompt template dot from messages, right? Now we shall use chat prompt template dot from templates. The two ways are mostly similar, but there is difference, right? You will see as we progress through this video, right? So for this, first of all, I will import from. Okay, first of all, you have to run these courses, right? As our previous video, these are the basic things. You have to install LangChain library and then LangChain's Google Gen AI package, and then this is the coursel for initializing the model, right? So you need to have an API key, as I have described in my previous video. So you can do this easily. Get an API key from Google AI Studio and just set it here, right? Set it in the secret keys as Google API key. Name will be Google API key and value will be the API key value, right? And that's how you can get access to that API key and initialize your model and do your API calls to that model. Okay, first of all, I will import from LangChain dot prompts import chat prompt template, right? So this is the module we need to import. Now I shall define a template string, right? I shall define a template string, and the template string will be this. So you can see here, here is saying that you are an AI news assistant. Today's date is the date, right? Why we are giving it the date? Because we need the latest news, right? So that we can tell the model indirectly about that, right? Today's date, we need to pass here today's date. This is curly braces because we shall pass here some variable, right? There are three variables in this template string. One is date, one is topic, and another is audience, right? So these variables we shall inject dynamically when we make the prompts, right? Okay, you are an AI assistant. Today's date is date. Please summarize the latest news about topic in a style suitable for audience, right? Make it clear, concise, and engaging. Okay, this is our template string. Now we shall define our prompt, right? Define our prompt template. Okay, basically prompt template. We shall define our prompt template. So for this we need to call the from template method from this chat prompt template module. Okay, module or object, whatever we can say. Chat prompt template dot from template, right? Now we shall pass here. Okay, now we shall pass here the template string, right? So this is our prompt template. Now we need to format our prompt. You can say it as formatted message, or you can say it as prompt, whatever you want to say. So I'm writing it as formatted message as prompt template, right? Prompt template dot format messages, just format messages. Now I shall pass here the variables, right? So our date is going to be today's date, July 16 and 2025. Our topic is going to be AI applications in healthcare, right? This is our topic. And who is gonna our audience? You can select your own audience, whoever you want to explain this news. Okay, our audience is going to be high school students, right? So this is our audience. Now let's store the response in a response variable. We shall invoke the model, right? Now model dot invoke. we shall pass here the formatted message, right? Okay, this is our response object. Now we shall print response dot content. Now let's see what response we get from the model for the high school students. Okay, here is your news update on AI in healthcare tailored for high school students as of July 16, 2025. Headline: AI is getting smarter, helping doctors save lives. So these are tailored news for keeping in the mind that this news is for high school students, right? So the AI has generated response like this. Now let's try it in a different way. Let's try a different audience, right? We can try a different audience like let's say software engineers, right? Now let's see what reply we get from the model. Okay, here you can see that the AI has given a pretty different news article for the software engineers. All right, fellow engineers, here is the lowdown on AI in healthcare of today. Driving efficiency, personalized medicine, ethical considerations, diagnostic, data-driven concerns, algorithmic bias, under scrutiny, several technical terms it has used in the article, right? But in the article that is written for the high school students, there is not that much heavy technical words, right? You can see that you can see these things in the news, which is tailored for software engineers. So this is how we can engineer our prompts, right? Using LangChain. Okay, now we shall see how we can get something like structured output from the LLM, right? So why we need structured output? So that we can use this output for next steps in our we can do anything with that structured data, right? Structured means we want to get data in a form of dictionary or JSON object, right? So why we need this? Because you might know that whenever we make a backend system, we get API responses in like a JSON object most of the time, right? So JSON objects are very crucial for API to API communication, right? And we can do other several things with the structured outputs or the structured data like JSON object or Python dictionary. So for that, first of all, we need to import from LangChain dot output parsers. Output parsers import response schema. Then I need to import structured output parser. These two things I need to import. Then I need to define my response schema, right? So the response schema will be, this is our response schema, and I'm going to change a little bit for this name. This will be article and short article of the topic, right? So we shall give the LLM a topic and give this instruction to write a short article of the topic, the overall sentiment of the topic, right? Is it positive, neutral, or negative? Then we want to tell the LLM to estimate its reading time, right? Estimated reading time in minutes as an integer. So you may see in several blogs that there is a estimated reading time mentioned at the bottom of the blog, right? So for this we want the LLM to generate all these reading time, right? So this is our response schema. So we have three response schemas, right? Response schemas, basically this is an array of response schema. So first schema will be article, second schema will be sentiment, and the third schema will be reading time in minutes. So we shall get something like an object or a Python dictionary which has these three keys, right? Three key and values, right? So this is our response schema. So now we want to define our output parser. Our output parser will be a structured output parser. Then we need to from structured output parser from response schemas, right? Response schemas. Okay, this is our response schema. Response. Okay. So this is we are passing these response schemas inside this function. Okay, now we have done this, our output parser. Now we need the format instructions, right? Format instructions. This is going to be a string value. String, basically a string which is going to instruct the LLM, right, in a form of string. So format string instructions will be output parser dot format get format instructions. So from the output parser we can get the format instructions, right? This is our format instructions. Now we shall define our template. In our template will be, okay, this is our template. You are an AI assistant. Today's date is like previous template, but there is some change. Please summarize the latest news about the about topic, what topic we are going to pass here as a variable for the audience, and then we are passing the format instructions, right? This is the value we are going to pass here, right? This is actually a string value, right? This is actually a string value. Okay, here's our template. Now we want to format our message. Formatted message is going to be the, okay, our prompt. Had we defined our prompt? I don't think so. I need to define our prompt first of all. So okay, or sorry, it is basically prompt template, right? Our prompt template is going to be chat prompt template dot from template, right? From template. This is our prompt template. From template, what is our template? This is our template, right? This is our template. We are going to pass it here. So this is our prompt template, chat prompt template dot from template, and we are passing the template object inside here. So this is a prompt template. Now we need to format our main prompt or format our main message. What we want to pass to the LLM or the model. Formatted message shall be prompt template format messages, and we have several variables here. The date is as like previously July 16, 2025. This is the date. And what's our audio topic? Our topic is okay, AI applications in healthcare. AI applications in healthcare. Our audience are going to be, let's change the audience for this time, IT entrepreneurs, right? Okay, IT entrepreneurs. Okay, IT based entrepreneurs or information technology entrepreneurs, whatever you want to say. So this is our audience. Now we need to pass the format instructions. Format instructions is going to be the format instructions. Okay, so what is this? This is basically this variable, right? So this is our format instructions. So we have generated our formatted message. Now we want to get the response from the LLM. Response is going to be model dot invoke, then formatted message. So this is our response. Now let's see what's our content. Response dot content. Okay, let's run these files. Okay, this is our first code cell and this is our second code cell. Okay, let's run this. Let's see what we get. So here you can see a JSON object, right? This is not yet a JSON object. This is actually a string, right? So the LLM has replied us into this format, by this format. This is still a string, right? We shall parse the JSON object from this string, right? So the LLM replied us in this format because we have passed the format instructions here, right? So this is still a string. So you can see here the article, it is a pretty much detailed article about the IT entrepreneurs. Okay, so this the sentiment is positive and reading time in minutes, it is estimated around 2 minutes, right? So we have got our response. Now we shall extract the JSON, right? We shall parse the JSON from this string. So for that we need to something. Okay, print output parser, dot parse. I think this is the thing. Okay, now let's print response dot content. So output parser dot parse. This is the parsed. Okay, first of all, let me assign into another variable structured response, right? Structured response, and then we shall print this structured. Okay, we shall print this structured response. Let's see what happens. So now we are seeing the actual Python dictionary or JSON object here, right? So with this data, we can do several things in our application, right? So for building a complete AI agent system, we need something like structured output from the LLM or model, right? So that's how we can generate or parse structured output from the large language model.